Hi everyone, we finished watching episode 10 of Survivor 49. It was a few days ago actually, but I've been away so we haven't been able to record. Ben's got lots of thoughts, he's just been waiting to tell me. He's seen some of mine in our private chat already because I watched it after him, but I know nothing about what you thought of this episode, so hit me with it.
Oh, I have many thoughts. Okay, all right. So why don't we just get straight to the end and just so that we don't have to pussyfoot around it. And Joanne has been voted off. I've been begging for this to happen for ages. I've wanted him gone for ages because I just think he is such a disruption. Like you can't. It's because it's so hard. Okay, admittedly, it wasn't his fault this time. Okay, he actually did a really good job this episode, but in a lot of other episodes, he has been the cause of things going awry. Basically,
meaning not the way you wanted. Or?
No, like everyone has been like, okay, this is the plan, and then he gets freaked out. And he's like, I'm going to do something else.
Okay.
Yeah, remember when he'd find out that somebody had said his name, he'd be like, oh no, I can't trust this person anymore.
That's true. Yeah,
it's happened so many times.
I sort of didn't think much of him strategically at the beginning because he seemed on the bottom and he seemed unaware of his own kind of position. But he's sort of been doing all right lately, to be honest. And the way the edit was going, I was thinking, they're kind of putting him in a better and better light all the time.
Yeah.
So I was starting to question myself.
I didn't. And he also didn't do that. Well, they didn't show him doing that thing that he's been doing nearly every episode, like, I am the mastermind, which is completely not the mastermind.
We did get to see him go get snacks for his mates who are down, though. He's like, if I was back home, I'd, just go out and buy a little snack, cheer someone up. So
that was really nice.
Went out spearfishing.
But no, it didn't matter because everybody's just like, no. Fuck you, Joanne, you out.
The poor sad little fish.
Yeah.
It's just this tiny fish just flopping on the end of it.
If he was in Australia, there are laws about catch and release,
I think once he'd speared it, it probably wasn't going to go well for the fish anyway.
But I would probably say, so another thing that I was thinking about this episode, considering how little that we saw of Sophie in like the first 3-4 episodes, things have turned around for her.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking the other week, you know how all of us read the edit, to some degree. I was thinking, one of the best things they could do actually maybe is just do something completely unexpected. And if she goes on to win it, having been shown nothing in the first half, everyone would question themselves forever after. Yeah. They'd be like, well, there was that one time that they just fooled us. Yep. It would upset people because they'd be like, where did her game come from in the first half? Why didn't we see it? But, sometimes you just got to throw a curveball and keep people guessing.
And she has actually made reference to the fact that in those episodes she was trying to form alliances and stuff like that, but people were called stonewalling her. Is that what it's stonewalling? Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was something else about Sophie.
Yes.
Last week, Rizzo said, I don't like the fact that I've forgotten his name. I don't like the fact that Alex is a fence sitter. He's trying to play both sides. I'm going to vote him out. This week...
That was mostly an excuse, though.
Yes. I was going to say, this week, Sophie does exactly the same thing. A-okay.
Yeah, but I think they also think that for a long time that Sage and Joanne have been playing the middle as well. On our side, we kind of see them as the other alternative. But I think from Uli and whoever Yellow was,
Hina.
Hina, they kind of, coming into the merge, they had the numbers and it was almost like Joanne defected from those numbers. It's just that we've sort of seen Yellow get decimated.
Yeah.
And I haven't wanted to say anything to you just because I didn't want to influence it, just because I obviously, take in more media about Survivor than you do outside of this. But it's sort of been said that for a long time that, all the people getting airtime or the best airtime are people from Uli and Hina people haven't really been getting very much. So from quite early on, it's sort of been like, they're probably not going to do well, are they?
That's a good point. Well, we still have Stephen and Sophie in there. Oh, and Christina, actually, from the Hina tribe.
Yeah, but as you said, like Sophie kind of defected last week. She felt, on the bottom that the vote hadn't gone her way the time before, I think, and she was kind of like, well, stuff you, I'm switching. But we didn't sort of know whether she was going to go back this time or not.
Yeah, so this episode, the situation presented itself where it was like, look, Sophie, we get it, but you can see how strong this alliance is, this Uli alliance is, and we should do something about it. And for some crazy, I just don't know what she was thinking. I'd love to hear her reasoning on this. So for some crazy reason, she's like, yeah, nah. It's just like, what are you doing? You're going against she just goes out and flat out tells them. And by the way, you said, so this week again, so Sophie told the Uli alliance of Rizzo, Savannah, and who's the only other one? That's Soph. Soph isn't really, I wouldn't really consider it's Rizzo and Savannah.
Okay.
So Sophie told them, oh yeah, Sage and Joanne are totally not with you. They're totally not working with you. Soph said exactly the same thing to them last episode. I don't know what the difference is.
Okay.
I don't get it. Why didn't they believe it last week?
Well, yeah, maybe it's the accumulation of both. Well, in terms of what Soph did, I've heard it said, because again, I've already listened to some stuff afterwards, that, she kind of was on the bottom of, there were 5 left really who were anti that Uli group. So she could choose here to be on the bottom of 5, or she could choose here to be on the bottom of 4.
I guess
she might not.
I guess from her perspective, she probably thought that. But I actually thought if she'd gone with the 5 with Sage and Joanne, I thought that would actually put her in pretty good standing. I don't think she would have been on the bottom because she is a really strong player. She maybe would be in a better position. I do agree. Just in terms of who she could potentially beat. The other side of it is once you get to here and they're all jury members, it's like if you've been with these people the whole time and now you're turning against them, like how are they? If you do get to the final 3 at final tribal, are you going to end up with more people pissed off if you pissed off, another 4 people instead of another 3 people? Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know that Rizzo and Savannah would necessarily have been more upset with her anyway. She in the end, she's kind of turned on people who she was with longer. So that might not go well either.
Yeah. So I always keep forgetting about the whole jury thing. And so I'm glad
it's a pretty important part of the show.
Because for me, I'm just like living in the moment of the show. I'm not thinking about like the final tribal council. But
it's kind of the most important part of the show. Like compared to any other reality show, the fact that it's the people who you voted out who are the ones who vote for the winner, it's like it's the most important piece.
Yeah. Okay. So I've definitely got more thoughts, but let's basically go back to the beginning of the episode now. So if I remember correctly, they get back to camp. They've just voted Alex off. Everyone seems fine.
Well, everyone was not fine. Christina was not fine.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, oh, God.
Yeah. I'm kind of using my chat from last night as a reminder, and I wrote, Christina is shook.
Yeah. Yeah, she spends a few times in this episode being shook, and Savannah has a go. Who else has a go? It's just like, oh, come on, guys. Seriously. So that I'm not a sympathetic person.
She was upset. She sort of realizes how, on the outside they kind of are at this point, that she was not on the right side of the votes. She was on the outside. Just double checking that I got that right. Stephen, Joanne, and
Christina.
Hang on, Christina.
It's Christina, Sophie.
Oh no,
and
she had voted for Rizzo last time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, sorry, Sophie. No, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong column. Her and Stephen had voted for Sophie.
Okay.
So she sort of realised she was on the outside, and all of a sudden, even though she had an idol previously, she's not feeling real well, which is obviously setting us up for what comes later.
Yeah. So there was also the moment where, at the end of last episode, Stephen took Sage aside and told her, "Hey, you need to know Christina has an idol. Yes. Don't tell Joanne because he'll know that it came from me." So sure enough, this beginning of this episode, hey Joanne, you need to know that Christina has an idol. But then I was thinking, wait, it was Alex and Stephen who were there with her. It wasn't Alex Joanne. I think I got it wrong. I think I said last time that Joanne was there.
Right.
He totally wasn't there. It was Alex and Stephen.
I can't remember now. I remember Alex definitely was. It might have been Alex and Joanne, actually, I think.
So how did Stephen know?
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway.
I forget.
Anyway, so sure enough, Sage tells Joanne, and I actually thought, oh, this could be really dangerous because you know what Joanne's like. He is a flip-flopper supreme.
He's been pretty tight with her, though.
Yes.
Like, he's been with her a lot.
And actually, this episode, I didn't realize how tight they were until the end of this episode.
Yep.
Because she's pretty shook. So you're saying Christina's shook. Sage is shook that Joanne got voted off the island. That surprised me. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, Sage had 2 or 3 weeks where she was, making the moves, doing pretty well, coming from sort of down low, upsetting the status quo. But she's kind of been sliding for a little bit.
It's just this was just another week where, sure. I mean, the previous 2 weeks, Savannah got immunity, so they couldn't do anything about Savannah. But this was the week where they're like, okay, this is the time we can do something about Savannah. She's very dangerous. She's got a good chance of winning, I think, if she gets to the final.
All right, so who do you blame? Or just Sophie?
Sophie.
Yeah. And admittedly, they also got, the reason they were able to get it over the line was the extra vote.
Yes. Yeah, it was the extra vote.
That they didn't know she had.
Mm.
Yeah.
And they convinced Christina to play her idol. And I thought that Soph was going to use her knowledge is power to take the idol, but no, she still hasn't done it. I don't know what she's waiting for.
I wondered if she might for a while, but as we got towards the end, I thought, no, she's not going to.
She had a chance.
And I sent...
Didn't you say that,
I sent
she
you a link
had
to
to play
that
before they vote?
scene as well.
I think that's when you told me that they have to play their knowledge is power.
I can't remember with that one.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you.
I forget what I was going to say. No, that's right. Yeah, so not only did they did use the extra vote, but other than that, they got Christina to play her idol, and Rizzo didn't have to play his idol, and Soph didn't have to use her steal an idol. So they kind of use one of their 3 tools, and got the only one on the other side out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of 3 tribals they've got through using only one of their 3.
That's pretty
advantages.
good.
Not that they know about Soph. Yeah, they're from a position where they've been in the minority. Mostly based on good reads and Rizzo being hard to read himself. Like I said something else as well about I've got no idea what he's going to do with it because like he just talked for a while. He's like I might not.
Yeah. So Soph, just correct me if I'm wrong, but she has told no one about this knowledge of power. And that makes me have such hope for her. That she's just going to pull a Swiftie at the last, when they're doing the final 5, and she's just like,
I think the finals. I think the idol is final down to the last 5. I can't remember whether the knowledge is power went to 5 or whether it was at 6.
Okay.
disappeared. Because, yeah, it's not always the same.
Well, she better hurry up and play it. Numbers are dwindling now. They're down to 8 now.
Yeah. So one of the theories that's kind of been raised is, now that it's gone this long and it's possible idols won't go out again, although there's probably enough that Christina's idol might go back onto the island. Possible. But if, she had a pretty strong hunch that Christina had one, and they even had that scene that I sent you this morning, which was the dropped scene where Soph went through her bag.
I didn't actually look at that. I just saw the text of it because I've had a bit of a busy day today.
Because you've been out.
Yeah.
Basically, Sophie and Soph discussed it, and Sophie covered for Soph while Soph went through her bag, and she's saying things like, "Oh, there's such an invasion of privacy" and stuff like that. But she's doing it anyway, which I think we've talked about before, and you had opinions about. But it's like it's not that uncommon. It's not really like she's crossing a line.
Yeah, I personally, I'm like, that's a kind of person right there. that is definitely a kind of person, and not one I particularly favour. So,
okay. Well, in the scene, they basically go through a bag and they find things in the bag, but they're not sure whether it is an idol. But they do see that she has had a clue. They used to make it so that the idols were they were quite obvious. They were idols, but then people started, making them from bits and pieces that they found. And some of them, like I don't know, there's probably a YouTube video where someone's made a compilation of all the fake idols that have been played. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but like some of them have been quite good and some of them have been like laughably like terrible. The kind of things that people have tried to pass off as idols.
But this episode, you mean? When
one of them was like they joke about it being almost just being like a stick, like someone trying to play a stick as an idol. I can't remember what season that was. Sorry, not super fan here. But since they had done that and production have seen that, production have deliberately made it so that the actual idols are much simpler now. And so that it's sort of difficult to know whether what someone has got is actually an idol or not. And that that it's not that difficult to kind of create something from, they make them with the beads and things that they get from tree mail, advising them of what the next challenge is going to be. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there's.
But I guess the main point is she had a lot of reason. She wasn't certain, but she had a lot of reason to think that Christina had one. But either she chose not to take the risk, partly because she probably didn't think she was herself in danger, or she has bigger plans for it, maybe. But she decided not to. So the only person that currently has one is Rizzo, who is on her side, and there's a bit of talk around about how awesome would it be if she played it against Rizzo.
That would be pretty epic, I think. So let's do.
I don't know that it's going to happen. But.
No. Well, we've been talking about it for a while that it would be a masterstroke move. Like as soon as we found out that she got it, I was like, oh, what if she played it against Rizzo? Even though she was already part of that alliance, I was like, well, if she wants to break, she could be the thing that breaks up that alliance and just completely destroys it.
I think she would have to think really hard about how she framed it, because I think you could do it and there's a way that you could try to describe it where people wouldn't respect it, perhaps, or that you could come off looking bad doing it, but there's probably a way that you can frame it where it sounds like, no, I did this very deliberately and, I chose to be with him and, that's the reason why I didn't go with you all these other times, because this was my plan, from a long way out, and I was feeding him information to make sure that he didn't play his idol. Like all these times that it seems like maybe he was making a good judgment call and not playing it, I was kind of in his ear,
saying,
advising
it's
him
okay,
that he was
you'll be
okay.
fine. Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it as being my idol, and I was just trying to make sure, this was probably a way that you could do it. But it could go either way.
But the moment,
I actually don't think she probably will do it. But
I'd love it if she did.
I'm hoping she does.
Yeah.
Especially because, I talked about her early on in our...
Yeah. I do like her, but I think she's got a bit of a trust problem with people who are not part of that Savannah/Rizzo alliance now, because if she goes to that other group and says, okay, or if she basically flips and just says, okay, let's do this, let's get him. I have knowledge is the power. I'm going to take I'm going to take Rizzo's idol, just all pile on Rizzo.
I don't think she could tell other people. I think she would have to do it out of the blue, because as soon as you say that, then one of them is just going to go to Rizzo and go, "Do you know what she told me?" And then he would go and
that's the
confront
thing
her,
as well, because
she
she's burnt her bridges. That's what I think. It's like So we've seen different people from that other alliance trying to talk to her, and she's always like, "Oh yeah, sure," but never has gone with them. So they're probably like,
they seem to like
way.
her as a person, but I agree. They don't trust her in a vote. I think she would have to have a fair idea of where the votes were going, that there was fairly even sort of split, reasonably sure that it's going to actually, the votes are actually going to go for Rizzo, which is tough when she's not in that group. Because just as bad for her would be if she plays it. But yeah, if she steals it off him, but he didn't, need to be... if he doesn't go out straight away, the ideal situation would be she would do it when the vote's on him and then he goes.
Yeah, so that
if she has to steal it from him and hang around the next day. Yeah. And I think also, like, from his point of view, like, he, as well as being, like, having good judgment seemingly for how the game goes, I think he would respect it. He doesn't seem like he would
be upset,
hate it as a move. Yeah.
And I got to say, as much as he grates on me sometimes with his big noting himself, he's doing really well.
Oh, Rizzo. He doesn't bug me at all anymore.
It's just sometimes he's just a little too big for his britches, I think. And again, he's like on the very edge of being a Jawan, I'm a mastermind, blah, 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 blah.
Oh. I think he's he's an interesting mix of sort of, external kind of bravado, but also he definitely has his humble moments as well. And that's why I think he kind of passes for me.
Well, he had a humble moment this episode when his team did not win the first challenge for that nice little feast.
And in particular, he felt like he was the reason they lost it. Because he had trouble on the balance beam.
That's right.
Held them for a long time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, and he just kept falling off. That's what happens when you're tall, buddy.
Balance, there's some things that you go like, just put a bit of extra oomph into it or something, like, muster the strength, or... but balance, like, you can want it as bad as you possibly could, but if you can't balance, you can't balance. Like, it's tough.
Yep. But the other team just powered straight through that balance beam. They're just straight across there. And if I remember correctly, Jawan was the first to go across, and he was amazing.
He was actually. Maybe low center of gravity. But we're already jumping ahead because before that challenge.
Oh, was that the Christina moment? Please tell me it was Christina. Oh, God. You better do this. I can't do it.
Really? I thought this one might have been, because I know you haven't been so much for the emotional
We've heard
stuff,
it.
but
This is the thing. She's just... We've heard this before. You're not telling us anything we don't know. I get it. Yes, it's hard. And yes, your alliances, you feel like your alliances aren't paying off or your choices aren't paying off. Welcome to Survivor, okay? Like, seriously. And I get it.
I thought this one might have been sort of strong enough or enough out of the game or whatever that you would go, yeah, well, a lot of the others, have been just a bit of, I don't know, well, why was you or whatever. But this one, I thought maybe it would sort of break through the Ben sort of emotional wall.
No,
but
it
no,
did not.
Apparently not.
No. I was just annoyed, and in fact, even the edit of the show, I felt like Jeff must be really like, oh, can we just get on with this, please?
Really? Oh, what makes you say that?
After she had her outburst, there was definitely a pause, and it was a mix of, oh, can this just be over and we just move on? And okay, we need to address this. And that's the way I saw it. Because then he's like, okay, tell us about your mum. And it's just like, oh, God, here we go. Now everything's going to be...
I didn't read it that way at all. Yeah, I thought he was like quite composed. Like, can you imagine someone having that moment in front of you and you on camera, knowing, at the same time you're filming a multi-million-dollar TV show, like finding the right words?
Yes. I did actually think about that. I was thinking to myself, wow, it's pretty impressive that he basically diffused that, because that's what he was doing. He was diffusing it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously he, if he absolutely put his foot in it for, in one way or another, just saying the wrong thing, which, anybody could do. Obviously they just wouldn't show it. So, I mean, there's obviously that release valve. But I actually thought he handled it quite well. Like he wasn't trying to tell her how to feel. He wasn't...
maybe I should do a fake edit of the show where I'm Jeff, and just after Christina has lost it, I'm just like, oh my God. Okay, Christina, tell us about your mum then. Seriously.
You can just cut that in.
But yeah, no, I thought he handled it well, and it was just like, yeah, okay, can we just move? That's what this whole bit felt like. It's like, can we just get over? Can we just get past this into the actual part of the show that everyone cares about?
And who knows how long they stood there before they actually went to do the challenge? Like, we obviously only see a small part.
Yeah, and it's just like, and everybody else is like, oh, it's okay, Christina. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares, okay?
You reckon?
I seriously think
you're wrong. I think you're wrong. Nobody cares. Like,
okay, you need to remember, these people just before this were plotting her downfall. Oh, should we do?
Yeah, but that's game. That doesn't mean they don't, like her or empathize with her.
Oh no, this is and I just want to be clear. Me saying this is not me saying I don't like Christina. I just don't like this. That's what I don't like. I like Christina. In fact,
is it about
I like
it that
everybody
you don't like?
on the show. Even Savannah, she's fucking intense. But,
what about Shannon?
You had to go to that one, didn't you?
You don't have to answer that. You don't have to like everybody.
I don't like her. Well, she's not on the show anymore, so technically I didn't lie. But yeah, so Christina she's a bit of at the end of her rope, and Jeff is really good at reading the situation. Have you noticed that? When everybody lines up, he's really good at zeroing in on people and like figuring out what's going on. I don't know if he's in contact.
Good job of...
Sorry, go.
No, you finish.
I don't know if he probably hears feedback from the people who are out filming or something. That's probably what it is.
He does. He gets some. Yeah, based on what he said in the past. There's a lot he doesn't know, but he does get. He gets the high notes or the notable things. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking to myself, there's no way he could be that fucking perceptive.
He talked about in the podcast about how they knew that her mum had recently passed and that she was close to her mum, but he sort of talked about, well, with a lot of these things, sometimes they come up at camp, sometimes they come up in something like this, sometimes they just don't come up at all. Like so they knew that it might be a thing at some point in the season, but who knows? And
here we are again. This is only the second or maybe third time that it's been a thing, but this is that hopefully the last time we are going to hear about this thing, because I don't actually. You said her mum passed away recently. I don't think she actually passed away recently. I'm just
wondering. Yeah, maybe not.
Well, I guess our definition of recently, but I'm pretty sure that she didn't. She passed away over a year ago, which I mean, that is kind of recent,
I guess I was thinking in a couple of years, but yeah. Yeah, okay.
But anyway,
well, we haven't. It's very common for them to also have a letters from home or family visit kind of a thing in a season as well, and we haven't had one of those yet. I'm not sure if they're not going to do it this time, or if letters from home is coming soon. Maybe
God,
they don't do
I
it as
hope
often
not.
in these shorter seasons.
Please, God.
But I look forward to you sort of listening to people get teary about their letters from home.
It's like, oh, please.
Oh no, they
stop.
did it last season. Yeah, they definitely did it.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
maybe
it
we'll get
might
lucky.
be coming next episode.
No,
actually,
don't. Please don't. I don't want to know. This is going to be the worst reviewed episode ever if it is.
I look forward to the comments of people telling you that you're just cold.
I'm not cold, but this is not what I'm watching the show for. Okay, I care about.
You're like, you're not the only person who's lost someone. Like, move on.
That's exactly right. We've all had people who we're very close to pass away. Just get over it. I'm obviously really sympathetic. So outside the show, I just want to be very clear. This would be a completely different story. Okay, but this show, at least from my perspective, what I want to get out of it isn't this.
Oh, okay. Jeff loves this stuff.
That's just sad, Jeff. You've lowered yourself in my eyes, Jeff.
he likes the show to sort of have you kind of learn about the people and for them to learn about themselves on the show.
Okay. But I don't think Christina has learned anything about herself.
I think if you said that to him, he would say, she learned how to, as we're about to talk about, that she can really pull herself out, of her own accord.
You know what? That is a good point. You have a very valid point. Let's get onto the challenge and not dwell anymore on Christina's woes. So the
other thing just before the challenge is that this is for, to go to Sanctuary and get, burgers and all this sort of stuff. Sanctuary is this thing that they've done a lot more in past seasons as well, but it's basically, where they get a big reward.
Okay.
And I was kind of a bit curious about the fact that, they quickly go over the fact that, they had two people pick teams, and Joanne was one of the people who picked teams, and he picked Christina to be on his side after she had this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And because it got me thinking about the fact that, she had given up her spot to Joanne to get the food, only like a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
That we saw, right? So, I mean, he didn't think about it. Possibly he just had no intention of giving up his spot. But if you thought that you might give up your spot to like repay the favor, which would actually be like a good move, I think. It's sort of arguable whether you should give it up at all, but like returning the favor, I think would be looked upon favorably. If he wanted that to happen, he should make sure he's on the other team. That way, either she wins of her own accord and gets it, or
he can give it up.
His side wins and he can give it up for her, and then they both come out of it well.
Yeah,
but
I guess
maybe he thought, well, no, I'll get her on my team and we'll win it for her, which did not happen.
No, it didn't. But not through any fault of Joanne's, I must say. He did superbly in his challenge. Did well. So there was a balance beam element. Was this the one with the puzzle at the end? I forget.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, no, this was the one where they had to swing the balls and they had to land in the... Yeah.
Which
okay.
And I do complain at times about that they just keep reusing all the same elements, which, there's only so many ideas, of course, and, they want to reuse things that they've already built, etc. But I wish they would put more new stuff in like Australian Survivor does. But we had two new things in this episode that they hadn't used before, and one of them was that hoop.
Yes. Yeah. So they had to cross a balance beam. So two of them started on each team. So again, back to
Jumping
the old
off
tribes. I'm very annoyed by this. It's like
this was just for reward though. It's not for so that only half of them go. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah. Okay. So this was out on the water as well.
You can be annoyed if you want though.
Yeah, I am annoyed. It's because it's like you made them a tribe and then you just keep splitting them up again. Are they one tribe or are they not one tribe? I don't understand.
It's a little bit different. In the past, they used to do a lot more of you win it and then, you choose the people that go on it. But here they've,
I'd much prefer
they still do that sometimes,
to be honest,
definitely. But
because that would shake things up more.
Yeah, it forces a decision.
Yes.
Yeah, which normally they like. But they have done a bit of this sort of just a team is free or a team gets reward.
So yeah, they had to dive into the water, come out, cross a balance beam.
Rizzo struggled on the beam.
Yep. Sorry, they had to untie, then they had to jump in the water again, untie something, climb back up, and then they had the hoops that they had to tie up, and then they had to swing the ball to land in the hoop. Is that how it went? I think that's how it went.
Yep.
Yeah. And there were 3 of those. Or 4.
Yeah,
four.
They did. Yeah, because a lot of the time they just do X thing, like break this target or, shoot a hoop or whatever. But and just kind of one person can do it or 2 people could swap between them and do it. But here, it had to be 3 separate people, which was kind of cool. I prefer they did a little bit more of that, so that it is, especially when the team is the one that won it, which is actually again a couple of weeks ago I kind of complained about the fact that Sophie won something for her team when in the what was it the one where they were going up the holding themselves in an enclosure thing where most of the people didn't deserve it at all, but they got to go.
That's right.
Here at this one they all get to contribute, which I prefer.
Yeah, I definitely like this challenge. And it looked like one of the teams was out ahead, but no. Oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong challenge. See, because it's been a couple of days. I apologize. But it ends up being the blue team that won it, if I remember correctly.
But you've missed the most important bit.
Oh yeah, so. So I covered that Joanne
you're
just
already past it.
Zipped past the balance. The balance beam was a big problem for a fair few people. Like, I'm actually surprised by how much of a problem that balance beam was. Joanne is.
They're also out in the middle of the ocean, by the way. So one thing that Jeff sort of talks about in these podcasts is it sort of looks like, oh yeah, it's a balance beam, and
but
obviously
it's moving
it's
as well,
and stuff that we know that. But Yeah,
I get what you mean. Yeah, and I completely didn't.
I think I would struggle. I think
you're no Joanne. What can I say?
No.
Actually, out of everyone, I think Joanne did that balance beam better. I'm really singing his praises this episode because he really killed it on that balance beam. But yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't to be for his team because Rizzo, who was with Joanne, if I remember correctly. He tried to come across second, falls off pretty much immediately. And on the other team, somebody gets down and just starts basically basically crawling across this balance beam. And Jeff is just like, yeah, it's fine. You can do whatever you want. You can touch anything. It's just so long as you don't fall in the water. So Rizzo's like, I got to do this. And he still nearly falls off at the end. It's just like, mate, come on. And he takes forever to get across. Oh, it was hilarious.
Oh, jeez. Sink the boot in. He's already had a cry about it, Ben. You're going to have another crack at him.
No, he hasn't had a cry about it yet. He's going to have one at the end of this. But then Savannah and Christina are the second 2 to come across. Savannah gets across, and Christina gets down and she's like slowly getting herself across, and she is so close to the end and nearly falls. I thought, no, she's gone. There is no way she's going to get back up on the beam.
I thought everybody wants her to get up here, but I don't think she's going to get up. Like that is like quite a difficult position. And just before she gets to that as well, the bit where they're lowering themselves down for, where it goes down and they were kind of going head for, I thought it just by itself has got to be really difficult. I can just imagine getting to the edge of that and going, now what?
Because it's not little. It's probably about a good 30 centimeters or 40 centimeters, that.
Yeah.
She is so close to fall. She's like grabbing on with all of her strength. And I thought I think everybody thought, no, she's off. But no, she pulls herself up with inhuman strength, I will say.
And in that moment, how did you feel?
I felt...
I know
good on you.
When she was saying her bit.
Good on you, Christina. Good on you. I was thinking... That's impressive. That's what I actually thought. That is actually seriously impressive because I could not have done that. And I'm way lighter than she is.
B plus then, or
I'll give it an A plus. It was very impressive.
That was a joke.
I honestly think that if that had happened to anyone else, they would have just fallen off.
Yeah,
but she was just in that state of mind where she's like, "No, I got to do this."
I listened to that On Fire podcast this morning, and Jeff said, I don't know whether he meant literally, but he was like, and 5 minutes earlier she was, breaking down essentially, but she almost because of that she was able to go an extra couple of gears.
Yep, very impressive.
I listened to that on the podcast earlier today, and they just played the audio. So like I haven't watched it again. Just played the audio, and I was almost tearing up listening to like Jeff and everybody else cheer her on when I wasn't even watching it this morning.
It was a really good moment.
It was very good.
Yeah, so I guess that tearjerker moment for her was worth it because it made this more poignant, more significant. But it could have been the tearjerker moment could have been about 5 seconds and then we move on. But anyway.
It wasn't so much the moment of her before the challenge, it was that moment. Yeah.
Yeah. But unfortunately, all that being said, even after all of that, that team did not.
It does look for a moment like maybe they will, because I think they got to the end with the hoops when
it was kind of close at the end.
Hoop was down.
Yeah,
it was sort of one zip, and then they ran away with it. But for a bit there, it was like, oh no, they could still actually get back.
And this episode specifically, there were quite a few times where it was just like, oh, this person's got it in the hoop. They got it in the hoop. And then it's like, oh no, they don't have it in the hoop. Oh no. Things are completely changing. Anyway, so
it required touch.
Yeah, so Rizzo is pretty upset with himself after this, and has a little bit of an emotional moment.
How did you feel about that one? I'm just going.
This is every fine.
Emotional moment. I'm just going to ask.
This is fine. Okay, I know you're going to ask me about every one of them. I thought, okay, this is appropriately brief. Okay, I get it. You're upset that you didn't win it, but whatever. Move on.
And they ask if he's okay, and he says, "Look, I am okay. I'm just having a moment."
Yeah,
and, he wants it really bad. I just had a moment, and and then they moved on. That's true.
Yeah, that's what I want. I acknowledge the moment.
I started to say it before, but I also want to say about Christina that I thought she did a really good job, like even when she was really upset, of actually like just talking through what she was thinking, like in terms of saying, that I'm making you relive it now.
Yeah, come on.
She was saying, I'm really struggling. I'm having trouble to get having through. But she was almost describing her. I'm trying to be grateful. I'm trying to be thankful. It wasn't just kind of complaining. Oh, things are hard for me. Woe me. She's like, I'm trying to see the good side. I'm trying to think about, the right things and the right way to approach this. But it's kind of I'm just coming up short, basically. So I kind of credit her being.
And I was with her at that point, Michael. I was like, yeah, I get it. I totally understand that, but not.
So you blame Jeff more.
She had to take
Jeff
it
and
further.
The editors.
She had to take it further. She had to bring her mum into it. It's just like, oh, Christina, we've heard this. This is not more poignant now because of this moment. It's actually less because you've already said this in a previous episode.
I don't think she was thinking about TV at that point. I think she was just having like a genuine moment of grief.
Yeah, and I would react exactly the same in person, which is to say, awkward.
Sorry to make you keep reliving it. We can let it go now.
No, but yeah, so I thought she did do a good job, and she was saying that I just miss my mum, and even though she was talking about her mum, she was like, I miss my mum. By the way, she's dead, and. She didn't say it exactly. I don't remember exactly what she said. I'm just paraphrasing. No. But yeah, and she says it's just fucking unfair that they beat that bit out. And yeah, I get that. I get that.
Is that partly why you want them to move on faster? Because you don't want to sit in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about asking that question for a while, but I didn't know whether I would.
No. It's because I don't. Yeah. I was very uncomfortable in that moment, and I deal
and
with
now
my.
I'm making you sit in it.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Thank you very much.
We can move on.
Yeah, okay, all right. Anyway, so the happy group go back to Sanctuary.
Before Sanctuary, the last thing I want to say is about Christina in this is that she afterwards, I thought, is she going to just be absolutely wrecked afterwards? But no, she basically, I think she felt good about how she did, and she was, she basically walked away in relatively good spirits. Like from that challenge. I didn't know if she was just going to be absolutely crestfallen and crushed that it wasn't enough or anything.
Well, I can't remember if they showed it, but I hope that everyone was like, holy shit, Christina, that was incredible what you did.
Yeah,
there.
I'm sure they were.
Yeah, and she deserved it. Would have been nice if she got the win.
To Sanctuary.
Yes, Sanctuary. So who's there? We've got Sophie, Sage, and Stephen. If I remember. By the way, I said there was 7 left. 8. Sorry, I said there were 9 left before, but there's actually 8. Sorry, or maybe I said 7, but there's 8 left now.
Now I think that there's 8 now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm thinking this is not a good combination of people. That's what I was thinking. And Sage, they eat. They do the eating stuff that people at eating club do.
I don't remember what else happened there, actually.
Sage
Let's go back to my notes.
Tries to start a conversation with Sophie because she's obviously realised, no, there's no point talking to Soph. And Stephen's already on her side, so she doesn't have to worry about talking to him. She tries. She gives it a good old go. And I thought, maybe Sophie will realise this actually is a good idea. No.
And I wrote, like Sophie can burn Sage with this. Like Sage's, she does kind of have to do it. She's not going to win otherwise. But she's had a couple of occasions now where she's kind of sticking her neck out to try to get ahead, and where people can really make her hurt. And this is one of them. Like we don't really see Sophie later on go and repeat things that Sage has said, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I think she could definitely be undermining her.
Yeah, and after the Sage had the chat with Sophie, they had a clip with Sophie where she's doing some camera talk where she's saying, and she's doing that thing, that Duan thing, the Alex thing. I feel really powerful. I'm the decider here. It's just like, that doesn't sound like you're going to go with the decision that you should go with. And this is not me just being, she didn't go with the decision I wanted her to go with. It was the smart decision. She should have done it. Gosh, she's ruined her own game. She won't win if she gets to the end with Savannah.
I don't reckon Savannah will make it that far.
I don't think will win even if it's her and Rizzo, because Rizzo is the number of times Rizzo's had something to say at Tribal Council. He's been very surprisingly well spoken. Yeah,
and I think people like him, and enough people, are not that fond of Savannah that I don't think they will. And I think Sophie kind of doesn't mind keeping her because, she says it. She says it actually, doesn't she?
She's my challenge shield. Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just
but she also knows that she can beat her. She thinks, her strength is in the challenge, but I still think I can beat her.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It was the dumb move and she shouldn't have done it. If she doesn't want to...
I just want to say that I don't agree with Ben here. I don't necessarily think it was the worst move. I think she's kind of coming from behind. She's got to go one way or the other. I don't actually know which way.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so she said... that I'm gonna explain what I'm thinking here. She said, she's my challenge shield here. If you don't want to win challenges, you can make that happen. It's not like this is out of your control. Jesus, she's acting like, whoops, I'm accidentally winning challenges.
It's not about whether she wins it. It's about whether other people will think she is the most likely to win going forward. Even if she goes ahead and loses the next one. Are they still going to think that coming to the next week, who is the most likely person to win?
Okay, all right. We don't have to agree on everything.
They're talking about...
Even though I'm right.
It's kind of better if we don't. I remembered something else really important from the start of the episode that we
Yep.
haven't talked about that I really wanted to ask you about. What did you think of Sage and Jawan's conversation at the start of the episode, where Sage suggests that they should cover their conversation and the fact that they're having a strategic chat, and the reason why she's down the beach
She's
is
got
because
gas.
she has bad gas.
And when he comes back, he repeats it to them. And I thought, if anyone's looking at his face, they'll know he's lying. He's such a terrible liar.
Well, he's done okay.
But she's got a rep for this sort of thing, so people would just be like, yeah, okay, well that's Sage.
Exactly. I mean, they're out in the open air, and everybody smells already. It would have to be really bad, I think, for her to sit 100 meters down the beach. Or whatever.
Maybe she can just say, I'm over here because I shit myself or something.
You're right. She talks about it all the time. So it is kind of believable. But just the way that they were kind of discussing it, like as a strategy. And there's one bit where he almost says, I don't think it's exactly what he meant. Oh, I wish I could remember exactly how it goes now, but I took it, even though it probably wasn't what he meant, I took it almost as if he was saying, are you lying about farting right now? Essentially.
No, he totally did. He was like checking. Oh, really? You've got bad. He believed her for a second, and she's like, no.
And she's almost like, you can't tell if I am right now. I just knew that you would have enjoyed that scene, so I just wanted to.
That was a nice little moment. All right, so there's the upset crew who went back, pretty upset that they didn't win. Although I'm just like, why? What's different about this challenge and other challenges that you've lost? There's no difference. I think it's more, I'm used to winning. I think that's what it's like.
I think it's also that it's easy for us to gloss over it, but they haven't had a lot of food generally. Like in all the old seasons of Survivor, they would at least get sort of a small amount of rice per day, kind of. But in this sort of new era, they're not getting rice, and I think we've already had the moment. Have we already had the moment where Jeff sort of offers to negotiate?
No,
not yet.
It was in the beginning of the other challenge.
Oh, okay. Anyway, they're super hungry. So I think part of it is just about that, all right, this was a chance at like a really good feed. I think that's why this one hurt more.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not on
the next thing I have written down is that Stephen is funny. It's sort of like in terms of scenes they probably could have cut. It's the whole three boys on a bench sort of song that goes for a while. But I did really enjoy sort of Stephen joking about the boy band and all the other things he said.
Wasn't it three boys on a beach?
He sees beach. Oh no, bench, wasn't it?
I thought it was beach, but anyway, whatever. Who cares, really?
I mean, they said it about 20 times.
Yeah, they did say it a lot.
So whoever's wrong.
And so after that whole three boys on a bench beach, whichever it was, they cut to Joanne. Oh, well, they have a discussion, and shortly after, Joanne's like, I really like Stephen, but we're going to vote him off. It's just like, you look, Joanne.
It is bench, I think.
God damn it. The Uli Alliance decide, hey, okay, this is it. We're going to go after Stephen. That's what they decide, which is an interesting choice. And they say they're going to pretend that they're going after Christina instead. Yeah.
They want her to play the idol. They think he's still, he's not doing that great at challenges, but of the people that are left, he's kind of someone who could potentially do all right at the right challenge.
Mm.
Yeah. He just the week previous, Sophie only just beat him at the end. Like he was out to a good lead, and she kind of went over the top of him at the end.
So there wasn't really that much. Was there much? I think there wasn't much before they went to the second challenge.
Yeah, where they have the rice negotiation. There's a whole lot of history to that I won't go into. One particularly funny scene that maybe I'll show you one day, with Jeff stabbing a bag of rice with a knife, and everyone just aghast watching all the rice just going to the sand that they decided not to trade for. Well, I will just tell you what it's been kind of in the past is sort of like, if maybe two people sit out, then maybe you can have the right. I'll have a small amount of roll, or if more people sit out, maybe I'll give you more. And there's sort of been a bit of back and forth. And there was one year where they're like, or if we all give up our shot in the darks, will you give us something? There's been this negotiation, but this time, and increasingly so, people are just not taking the rice now. They're trying to starve them and make them really want it, and what will they give up? But these days, people are just like, nah, I'm not doing it.
So, in this time, he says to them, okay, all it takes is 3 people. 3 people willing to sit out this challenge, and you get this bag of rice, and we don't do the challenge, and everybody goes to tribal.
Yeah, and the whole point of that is to kind of make... when people have done that kind of thing before, it's either been because the challenge just obviously doesn't suit them at all, right? They just feel like there's no chance they're going to do it. So hey, I'll give up my spot. But it does tend to highlight some people that, they could have won it, but they feel safe enough in their alliance to not put themselves through that pain or, whatever to do that. Because even before the rice, they would do it. They would sometimes say, all right, if you don't want a chance at immunity, you can sit out now and we'll give you like a piece of cake or something like that. Mm-hmm. Sort of to try to tempt them away from going away from immunity. And it sometimes tells, quite a story about who's willing to give it up.
Okay.
But in the first discussion we see, Rizzo basically says, no, I'm not thinking about it at all. And whether other people were going to say the same thing or not, maybe someone might have, but he kind of sets the tone.
Yeah, and they try to bargain for it, if I remember correctly. They're like, oh, how about half,
Savannah did, and then was it Joanne tried to, halve the amount of rice again, and she's like, whoa, Joanne, you're not very good at negotiating here. Like, don't give it all away.
And he's like, I'll do a quarter. And they're like, no way, a quarter, no bloody way. So the challenge is on. And this challenge, I think, features a new element, if I'm correct, which is that little balance thing that it had to crawl through. Is that correct?
Teeter tunnel. Remembering that Americans call what we call a seesaw a teeter-totter. So they call it a teeter tunnel.
Okay. I mean, this is American US, but still, bloody Americans.
And I don't actually know if we're in the minority. Maybe the rest of the world calls them that as well.
So off they go. This is an individual challenge. Only one idol up for. I don't forget
good. Yeah. So it should be to be won.
Yeah, and so they have to go through that teeter, whatever it was, teeter tunnel. That's it.
Tunnel.
Yep.
Where they kind of hit the ground and go, ooh.
Yeah, and then they have, and actually a couple of them actually went head down in the sand at the end of it. Did you see that? I know Savannah did, and I was like, ooh, that actually looks really painful, and someone could have really gotten hurt on that.
It's like, it would be easy to do your back or sort of, I don't know, put your neck out or something.
So after that, they come to a pole and they have to maneuver these circular things up so that they can get the ring off.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the ring, the key off. Was it the key?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was sort of not important.
Oh no, it wasn't the key. It was the balance thing. They had to get the balance thing off the bottom. That's right. Yeah. And then they have a collection of puzzle pieces. Not all of them, because some of them are already over there. But they have a collection of puzzle pieces, and they have to go along a balance beam. Yeah, and with as many puzzle pieces as they choose to take at any time across. And Stephen gets across well ahead of everyone else. And I'm just like, oh man, Stephen, you are, for a rocket scientist, you are terrible at puzzles.
Yeah. I didn't think about it at the time, but what do you think Rizzo thought about when he saw the balance beam ahead of him in that challenge? I didn't think about that.
Didn't he fall off a couple of times? There were a few people who fell. Yeah, balance beams aren't good for tall people because their center of gravity is higher.
Yeah, I'm sticking to it.
Yep. But it ends up being Sophie that actually wins this challenge. She comes from behind. Amazing,
She's
really.
Good.
She got that bloody puzzle together super quick. She powered through it.
Yeah, she smashed that puzzle.
Yep. So she's not only good at the physical, she's good at the puzzles as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
She's not only good at the endurance. I would call her. Yeah, she's quite good at endurance. But
yeah,
there you go.
She's an all-rounder.
So at this stage of the game, she has not gone to the Uli Alliance and said, "Hey, you need to know that they're coming for you, Savannah." And I think it was only when she won immunity that she was like, "All right, I can do whatever I want now."
Yeah, I don't know that it changed her mind, but I think maybe she felt sort of. Often when people win immunity, they kind of feel like
Empowered.
a bit more bold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so sure enough, she goes off and makes the wrong decision. Or the right decision if you're Michael. It's up to you. Your call.
Well, I don't know if it's right. I can't decide.
And she tells them everything, and it's extremely disappointing. And when Savannah hears this, she's like, "Oh, well, we should like totally go after one of them. So one of either Sage or Joanne." And initially, Rizzo is gunning for Joanne pretty much immediately. But Savannah is like, no, because Savannah's got something against other women. She's no, I want Sage out. So they go to Sophie.
I'm just trying to think now whether everyone she's gone after has been a woman. Yeah, anyway, keep going.
So she goes to Sophie and tells her, okay, this is the plan. This is what we're going to do. So who do you think, Savannah? Oh, sorry, Sage or Joanne? And she's and Savannah and Sophie doesn't answer immediately. She's like, oh, I prefer we just stick with the original plan of going for Stephen. But Savannah says, I want to go for Sage, and then so I'm getting names mixed up. Sorry, Sophie, because there's so many S's, really.
Yes.
There's 4 of them, unfortunately. So Sophie says, right, really, I think Joanne would be better. But yeah, maybe Sage. So, and there's all of that discussion. While all of this is going on, there's a discussion between Stephen and Christina, and they've been told that the Uli Alliance is basically gunning for Stephen, which was true. Mm-hmm. But it's completely changed now, but they're not aware of this. So Christina offers to play her idol for Stephen, which I thought was really nice. She's way too nice. Way too nice.
I think it was probably the right thing to do. Well, whether or not she should have played it, I guess.
Based on the information she had, it was a nice thing to do.
It was much more likely they were going for him than her. And I think without him, she's in trouble anyway.
Yep. So
another one that happened was that Savannah had a conversation with Christina as well, and she kind of put on her interviewer
that's right
face and just asked her, looked her in the eye and asked her dead in the face, who are you voting for? And Christina's like, can I take a minute? And just had to turn away from her.
Yeah.
Sort of couldn't handle the Savannah gaze.
And we heard some audio of Savannah saying, yeah, I'm pretty good at this. And when somebody won't look you in the eyes, it's a pretty good sign of what's happening.
And we had another scene of her kind of toying with Joanne as well, where she knows Joanne is lying to her, and she kind of she plays that one a little bit more subtly, like yes. She kind of strings him along and sees what he says without just putting him totally under the pump, like she did with Christina.
Mm. Yeah,
I mean, she is getting information for sure. She's doing that, and she has a talent at doing that. But she's very confrontational. Like I just. Doing that is the kind of way that I think people don't respect even if you make it to the end.
Mm.
And that's kind of why I think. Sorry, you finished that one first. Yeah,
I was just going to say, and she's still got those like really intense eyes, like really intense. Definitely. Yeah. Sorry, go.
And that's why I think. Why Sophie is doing what she's doing. I think she thinks, well, Soph hasn't really done anything yet. I think I can beat her. She doesn't know about the knowledge is power. She thinks she can beat Soph. She thinks she has a better story than Savannah and can probably beat her in an immunity. Sorry, one sec. Um, and I think she just wants to turn at some point on Rizzo.
Yep.
I think she thinks Rizzo is the only thing standing between her in this fall.
Do you need to get a glass of water? There we go. Okay, all right. So that's your line of thinking. Okay, all right. Obviously she doesn't know about Soph's knowledge is power. Please, Soph, don't let us down. Don't let us down. Don't be the milquetoast of season 49 US Survivor, okay? Actually do something. Don't just ride other people's coattails. She's done. I think we've discussed this before, but with a state of, if she doesn't do anything, there is no hope. She has no chance of winning. Yeah.
But not only does she have to want to do it, have the guts to go after it, but she's got to play it at the right time. Like it's this. I still feel like there's a very low chance, like 10% chance probably, that she wants to do it, goes for it, and it comes off. And then she's got to tell the story.
Yeah,
right?
she'd have to do it. Yeah, she'd have to do it at Tribal, and then tell everybody, okay, let's all go on Rizzo.
And it has to, yeah, and the votes have to be going the right way to begin with to probably to get Rizzo out. Or if she does it and Rizzo isn't out, but she does it and takes it and plays it on herself and saves herself, that would also be, not as good, but still very good. Yeah. And in order for that to happen, the votes have to be even enough that her doing that swings it so that someone...
something that wasn't already going to happen.
She wouldn't want to... it's probably unlikely, but she wouldn't want to do that with Rizzo and Rizzo's save, but then she ends up, I don't know, going out herself or, I don't know, or Savannah goes out and then she's back in the minority anyway.
Yeah.
That... Ideally, she's got to do it, and either Rizzo goes or someone on that other group goes.
Yeah.
It's pretty unlikely. It's just like if she did, it would be.
Yeah, it really would be. She's redeemed herself a couple of times, but again, she's still just playing a background character. Like it's like, okay, it's time for you to do something now. Do you actually want to win this game, or do you not, or are you just like going as far as you can? Is that all it is to you? Yeah. So.
And admittedly, after about 5 episodes or whatever, like she was, she was in a tribe that had next to no one. She it was very unlikely she was going to win at that point anyway. So, she had to do something pretty amazing. So she's kind of got nothing to lose. But also just from reading the edit again, like if you look at kind of how much airtime or whatever she's got the last few weeks, it doesn't feel like she's got a lot really. Like she's not having much to say in who goes home or anything like that. It really has been sort of Rizzo and Savannah just running things.
Yeah, and just telling her, vote for this person. Yeah.
Yeah, and prior to that, it was Sage and Joanne.
Okay, so they go to Tribal. So who did you think it was going to be at this stage? So at this stage, I was assuming, based upon the numbers, I was like, Savannah's going to play her thing and she's going to get her way.
I'm just reading what I put in the chat. I said, good luck reading that Rizzo speech, and then I've got no idea.
I thought it would be Joanne. I was hoping it wouldn't be Joanne, but I thought it would be, because I was just like, they've got the numbers. If Sophie does stick with the Uli Alliance, then yeah, he's gone. But they did flush out Savannah's extra vote. So that's good. Got rid of that. I don't think anybody has realized that she had the extra vote, because it's not addressed at all.
Only the jury noticed, was it, that we saw?
Yes.
Wasn't there a conversation on the jury and someone said, hang on, there was an extra vote?
Yeah, the players didn't actually, at least they didn't show in the edit that the players noticed that there was actually an extra vote.
They must notice after the fact, though. Like when they're doing the math afterwards.
I'm sure there's going to be a discussion. Yeah. So
how did you like the bit where someone was talking about it being equivalent to like the Super Bowl, and Sage, who's one of your favorites after MC, just says, yeah, that's the big football thing, is it? Yeah, whatever.
Which is just makes me like her more.
Yeah.
So when the votes are being read out, you can see Savannah reacting to Jawan, who's sitting right next to her, saying, "What's going on?" And then she, when her name comes out,
But she's
I think
obviously
a third
playing
time.
that up.
Yeah, when her name comes out a third time, she says to him, "Did you do this?" And he turns to her and just nods. But little does he know.
It was good that he wasn't just trying to bluff still at that point. But yeah, I mean, she was totally playing it up because, she obviously knew that he was going against her, but she's like absolutely overplaying, shocked.
Yeah, so that was the end of that. He's gone. He accidentally took Rizzo's totem. Rizzo's fire. He took
his torch.
And then we see he gives a nice speech at the end of the episode. He handled himself really well, I thought. Sage does not handle this well. She's very upset that Jawan is going. Which surprised me.
Well, yeah, I mean, who's she? I mean, she is kind of with Steven as well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was more MC.
No, she's with Steven as well.
No, that was it. Yeah, but I mean, it was mostly Jawan. I mean, who else has she got?
That's true.
I think her chances now are like
slim,
pretty slim. Like there's a very good chance she goes next time.
Although
we have been getting a lot of airtime with her, but she hasn't been coming close in challenges either, has she? I wonder if they actually just don't see her as a threat, even though she's been getting lots of airtime.
And she's really good. She's really good when she's on as well. She's very entertaining. So the preview that we see of next week. Oh, actually, I want to address the preview from the previous week where they made it seem like some big pivotal move was going to happen with the jury reacting, and it's just like, no. Because what we didn't discuss is Christina did play her idol on Steven. Then Rizzo gets up and says he's playing an idol, but it's not an idol.
Yes.
And of course, Jeff picks it up, and they're just like, he's like, everyone's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
And as far as I understand, that's the first time anybody has ever done that. And the speculation is, actually, maybe you tell me, why would he have done that?
Oh, he tried to pull a Swiftie. That's what he tried to do.
But I mean, Jeff was never gonna accept it.
But then I don't understand what the point of him doing it was.
The speculation is because something kind of similar happened 2 seasons ago, I think, but not the same thing. But it's doing something so that you can then read the reactions of people.
Oh, that's right, because he gave a bit of a speech before he handed it over as well. So yeah, that's possible.
which was grandstandy, and on a different person I would hate it, but for whatever reason I like him enough that he gets away with it. But it's so that you can see actually who ended up. Only one vote went on him was Christina, actually.
Yeah.
But even if you thought it was Savannah, so who voted for Savannah? Sage, Steven, Jawan. Isn't there, I'm not sure if I'm getting mixed up, but don't we see at one point when he goes up to play it that Sage is almost like, like this, almost like, we've blown it, we've hit the wrong target?
There were a lot of reactions actually during this.
So I think the point is you do it obviously to grandstand and it looks good in front of the jury. Well, you hope that it looks good in front of the jury and doesn't come off as the wrong way. But you also do it so that if you get enough of a reaction which suggests to you that actually there are a lot of votes on you, like if you saw a lot of people upset because you were about to play it on yourself and they think it's been nullified, then you might go, I actually need to play my idol now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Sorry, I took a long time to get to that point.
No, that's fine. I get your point. The
thing that happened 2 seasons ago was that someone used their shot in the dark for essentially the same purpose.
Okay.
They used the shot in the dark, read read the jury, and then I might be misremembering, but I think they then played their idol after they had played their shot in the dark, based on the reactions to how the shot in the dark went.
Okay, all right.
Which no one had done before, and was like, oh, wow, that was really smart. It's like sort of thinking outside the box using the tools you've got.
Okay. So unfortunately, the one with the most votes is Joanne. He goes off. And then we see the preview for the next episode. And I can't remember everything that happened, but there was one thing that stood out to me. And there was a moment when Soph was talking to someone, I can't remember who it was, basically saying, oh no, there were two moments, sorry, where she's like, oh yeah, I'm fine going against Savannah. This is what she's saying. And it's like, oh, we've heard this before. We've heard it before.
I didn't really believe that.
No. And then the other thing was Sage basically just confronting Sophie. I saw you smiling, and she's very upset at the time. I saw you smiling when Joanne was voted off. And it's just, she's not happy about it. It's pretty interesting moment. I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. But yeah.
Yeah. What else am I hoping to see? I guess I'm hoping to see Sophie. The only problem is I'm not sure when's the last time she can play that knowledge is power. I do really hope that happens, just because it would be a Soph, sorry, because that would be awesome. I kind of, just because I like Sage, even though she has been a little bit mean at times herself, even despite calling Savannah the mean one. I kind of hope that she does something amazing, like that she finds a way to pull things back. I'm not sure how she is going to. I still really like Stephen, but I'm struggle to find a way for him to get through either, really.
Yeah, he's not really doing anything now.
Yeah, and they're really in the minority now, and there's no reason not to go for him rather than Christina now. There's a possibility that an idol goes back out and someone gets one and keeps it quiet and does something crazy, but I'm not sure what that would be.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm the same. I hope that Soph really just catches everybody off guard, and it's like, hey guys, I'm in this game. I just want her to show everybody, hey, I'm a player as well. I'm not just hiding behind everybody.
Yeah. I guess what it might be is that maybe if Stephen found an idol here but kept it like pretty on the down low, then we're 4-4. So let's think. So if it was Christina, Stephen, Sage, 5-3.
They'd have to get Sophie over to their side.
And they would probably want to split a vote just in case there's an idol. So you would then have to split 3-2. Yeah, so then it would be 3v3 in a tied vote.
Yep. It's a tough one.
Possible things could happen.
Yeah.
And will Rizzo finally play his idol at some point?
Yeah, he has to play it. It would be a complete waste if he doesn't. Or does he just want to be known as that player who basically carried an idol until he couldn't use it anymore? And
people have done it before.
Yeah, but it's like there's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't even need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm curious what Sophie thinks she's going to do now, because I'm pretty sure she may have burnt that relationship with Sage. She's going to do something amazing to repair that relationship with Sage now. I don't know if
Sage likes having an enemy.
She definitely does.
Week after week, she's like, I've got someone in my fire.
It's been Savannah for so long.
And before that, it was Shannon. Maybe Shannon gets let off here.
But yeah, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, and this is already quite long.
It's 1 hour 22. I've got
Christina
so far.
for so long. Well, we talked for a bit beforehand, but
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
This one was late, but it means the next one will be sooner for us.
Yes. Really looking forward to the next episode.
3 episodes to go, I think.
Yep. All right. Until next time. See ya.
All right. Bye.